Hello! Welcome to Sisters and Wellies.
Welcome.
So this week we are doing a video because basically on Friday we had a bit of a, not a disaster, I wouldn't call it a disaster, but we had a heifer being a bit
naughty.
Yeah, which doesn't
With
often happen. Yeah. Our heifers are really friendly, really well behaved, so we just weren't used to it. And yeah, she just basically, a cow, if she gets in her head that like fight or flight, the flight is pretty flighty.
She very much chose flight.
Yeah, and she was quite literally taking flight, so she just kept jumping everything. So basically, sorry, we've gone like right into it. So basically the weather has turned really miserable. It's so wet, rainy, it even snowed last week, as you know if you watch a lot of videos. And so we wanted to bring some heifers home into the dry, the warm. They can have silage and be well looked after.
Yeah, so we're just trying to ease the land a bit because especially after snow it gets really, really wet. So the idea was just to bring about 15 heifers home and bring them in. And then yeah, one of those heifers just started jumping fences for fun, and we basically did actually fail to get her home. Added her to another group that are already out where she was. And today we're on a mission to try and get her in again, take two. So you'll see some of the precautions that we've taken before we even start. And then you can come along with the journey and see how it goes.
So you have to watch the video to see if you manage it.
So everything's set up now. In that gap in the hedge is, well, the tree, sorry, is where we're going to be loading them. So that's where they're running to. You can see the flashy light on the tractor. So preparation is key, as our dad always says. If you put the time and effort into preparing, it will save a lot of time and things going wrong when it comes to the actual job. So we've got a fence side the side here, so this runs straight across. Obviously, because the gate is in the middle of the field, that's the one reason we put them either side, to guide them over to the gate. But also it has turned horrifically wet. We had so much rain last night and the ground is just sopping, and the last thing we want is them running all over this field for the absolute loss. Like, there's just no need at all. And then Toby, oh gosh, I literally just sunk into a load of mud. Toby is coming over now with another fence. We've put the stakes on already, but he's coming with an actual fence to put here. And you can see Poppy now is walking up there. The cattle are over there. You can just see one. So they've got to run from that field into that one, all the way down the bottom there, into this one, all along here, and into that one. So yeah, wish us luck. We've done it before, always goes well, so there's no reason it shouldn't today, but famous last words and all that. How pleased were you, Tobes, when you got a text asking to come help us today? You're always down for the drama.
Down for the drama, yeah.
We would be a bit lost without you, to be fair. So our fence didn't quite reach, so Tobes has created this. And yeah, just to keep it going. So that's all good. So now we just got to get them in. So to be fair, it makes it a lot easier when they're willing to come in, and yeah, they're ready and waiting. So we just got to wait for them to get to us now.
Okay, so this is the group that we speak of, just waiting. They're really keen to come out, so that shouldn't be hard at all. They're gonna have to take that wire down, run out of this gateway. Then this is the first field they'll come to. I've just put that fence there just to guide them down, and we're aiming for the gate down there then. That'll be step one. And we're off. They are just heading the wrong way. So usually they would be running across there into that field, so that's the reason they've done that. But this wire's on electric and everything, so we'll just guide them down now to the way they're meant to go.
So they've got a little passage through those woods. It is a legit passage, fence and all. Here they come. So they've done two fields, so Pops and the dogs are doing really well. And now they're just coming up here. So they will just run the whole way. So me and Tobes now are doing the second leg, so we will just have to run, quite literally just run after them, which, this is why we don't bother go to the gym. Gosh, you can literally hear them touching the ground up. Horrific. they're keen to be moved, they are just going to run the whole way. Okay, second field done. This is where we need to be on it now. We're getting them into the pen. I'll hopefully film it, but no guarantees. Lottie! Right, Lottie and Tyson, come here! Lottie! And Lottie, come here!
So we've got them now into the holding yard, we're going to call it. So as you can see, we've got nice tall gates there. And this is, bear with. Right, all three of us farmers have come over without a knife. And we want this gate and we can't undo the string.
Yeah, for Bear Grylls. Keeps you warm as well.
Yeah, you look like you're going to split. Whoa, well done, Joe.
How many have
Neat.
he's done it though? He's done one. And he's off again. Do you want me to do it for a bit?
So this is why they usually say farmers don't need to go to the gym. Toby does actually go to the gym as well, but yeah.
I never would have thought of doing that anyway.
I saw him striding over with a piece of string and I was a bit like, what's he doing? So we're going to use this gate now to go the other side of the box. Sorry, I've skipped a bit there. So we're holding them there and the plan is to get 4 at a time. They'll run straight up the race, through here, straight into the box. We've done this quite a few times already and it works really, really well. However, we do have quite a flighty heifer in this crowd. She was meant to come home last week and all our cattle are really, really quiet, really, really nice, but she did just have a complete meltdown and start jumping fences like absolute fun. So our mum and dad came back and you can see the fence was to here, this rail here, and they've extended it a rail so it's even higher than it was before. So now it would be really difficult for her to jump. She has looked to jump once already, failed thankfully. So we're hoping now to get her in the first group and get her home. That's all we're trying to do is bring her home, but obviously we can't tell her that. She doesn't know that and she's just getting herself a bit wound up. You're feeling ready?
I think so. I kind of just want to get it done now, get her in.
Yeah. So I think Toby and Josie are going to aim to get 4 in the first load and hopefully she'll be in there. Then my very important job is to, this is the magic string, pull that loose and this gate shuts first. So when they go in the box, you want to try and shut the box as quickly as possible because once they realise there's nowhere else to go, they'll want to turn around.
We did it. Well, we're not going to get too cocky. We're going to bring her back to the farm now and we'll get cocky later. But our first load is done. So, woo! We're like the dream team. We should do this more often. We've just fired my dad and hired Toby.
Yeah, like we don't actually mean that.
No, to be fair, if it wasn't for my mum and dad, she would have jumped out straight away.
Off they go. So this is a quite steep hill. Oh, you can never see how steep hills are on video, sorry. But that's the main reason we're using the tractor. Back at the farm. So it's going to put them in this holding pen for now until we can come back and sort them. Because a few of them need to be BBD'd and wormed and things like that. So Pops is doing the honours. Do you want to go the other side, Pops?
Box rather than an empty one because they can't move around as much, so obviously when they're travelling they're stood up, so the tighter they are the more they'll just kind of travel nicely. So that was actually a really good number for the box. And And the 2 heifers we wanted were in there.
So in case you're a newbie around here, the reason that we are doing this on the tractor and trailer, not just running them home, is because we live on this very, very busy main road. So we have to bring them back on a box because it's just way too busy now to run them across the road. It's a main A40. So lucky we've got a great tractor driver with us today.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
So Pops is in charge of the tractor and the trailer. To be fair, Toads can drive it as well, but
Didn't get nominated on this occasion.
no. So yeah, we're going to travel across the road. Now we've chosen a tractor today because
Yeah, so actually last time we did this job it was quite icy and slippy, and so we used the tractor that day for that reason. But actually today we just decided, because it is quite a steep hill, I think you've already seen, coming out of the church, and the tractor can just pull it a lot easier. The truck never would have pulled them up there, so it just meant we didn't have to worry so much about how many we put in and things. And yeah, I have to admit I'm having quite a nice time.
oh good, don't speak too soon.
Yeah, true that.
Another load done. So this is the hill we speak of. Up they go. How beautiful is that? Pretty rainbow. So the ones that did not come home in the box are going to be coming to this field. So just got to run through here and in. And we have got a bale for them at the top corner where it's nice and flat, and there's also yeah, we don't mind that bit getting trudged up, so we're going to feed them in here as well. So yeah, they'll be happy, and there's a lot less of them now, so they don't have to worry about fighting for food and things like that. So where the church is where they are now. That is where, and you can see the braai in the truck, that is where the cattle are. It's going to have to run through all these fields just like before, up this one and in. So I've come up straight up here to set everything up so they can just run straight in. I'm going to take this wire up now. And yeah, they started making their way. Can't see it as clearly on the camera, but I can see Tobes there in the field. The cattle have just entered their second field, and Poppy, Tyson and Lottie are just following behind. So they won't be long at all, and they'll be here. Here they come. I'm sure they're not going to see it on the camera. Here they come. They've taken ages to get here, to be fair. So they're not really that hungry. Where they've come from, they had absolutely loads of grass. They've been loving life for the last 3 days, but it has just turned really wet and rainy, which is why we're taking half of them home, just to ease the pressure on the ground. And as I said before, they don't have to fight over the bale and stuff. There'll be enough to go around for everybody. But hopefully these will be out for a little bit longer. Might have to do something in a minute. To be fair, Lottie and Tyson are doing a good job of getting them in. And they're in. Job done. So the 12 that we brought home are in here, and now the group they're joining to, you've just brought down to the race, and we're going to split some of these off and join them to the herd, because we basically got heifers that are due, like, it's going to be hard to show you, but she has got little udder, so we're going to give her vaccinations and worm her, and basically just sort the groups out. But yeah, that'll be us done then. Not for the day, unfortunately.
We did it! So it went really well. We got her in along with 11 others. So as you can see, they've got silage. They're in a dry shed.
Happy as Larry.
There's Twist.
And this is what we mean, like that's all we were trying to do for her, and she just made such a scene out of it.
But yeah, because obviously we knew we were dealing with the flighty heifer, we were very concentrating and just making sure all went well. So sorry that we didn't film it massively in depth, We would have liked to have gone into it a bit more and shown them loaded and all, but safety comes first, and I was just worried if we were on our phones, like, you could miss things. Yeah, it would have been awful if we failed because of this. But yeah, so she's in, happy, and yeah, thank you for coming with us.